Aw, yeah, boy. Boy, yeah, hi. Aw. Welcome back to Low Energy Videos. I'm currently getting my stream set up. Yes, as you can tell, it's a trucking stream, so it will definitely turn off about 80 or 90% of people who watch me. Those 10%, or perhaps even those 10% who have yet to be, welcome. I'm currently going to be editing. I just stuffed myself full of chips, so I have that, but I also have 6 cans of beer, so I also have that. Now, here comes one of the most important things. Oh shit, no, we learned our lesson last time. The reason why last time was taken down was because I wasn't allowed to. Behold, the state of Oregon. Choo, choo. Choo, choo. No. Almost. Yes. Alright. Now we are ready to go. Which is more important than ready to stay. Connecting to YouTube live chat. Good luck with that. You haven't been able to do that in a while. So, go fuck yourself, I guess. Okay. Well, I've got myself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oregon. Or at least I will be in a few minutes, at least. Yeah. Royalty free. Next, finish. Now we play the joy that is working through this bullshit. Aha! I guess, can I play the game now, or what? Okay. Right, yeah. Oh, that's... Okay. Now, cool. Take you off. Plug you in. Reload page, get rid of you. Done. Okay, there I am. Now, options. Controls. Input wizard. Controls, no game detected. Detected. Gamepad. No! Hold on, what? Has it changed? It has changed! Oh my god! Just gonna turn on the music real quick. Wow! Okay, so the whole control has changed. I thought there was something wrong with my computer! Go fuck yourself, American Truck Simulator! Not cool, bruh. Not cool. Oh, there's no real... Guess I'm doing this by keyboard then. In which case... Okay, now I hear music, but can you hear me? La 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 la. Right. At the very least, you can hear me. Okay, job market. Quick job. Everything I want to do aim towards... No, no. Look, I want to get up to Oregon, okay? So... Whoa. I can hear myself. Destination. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Yes. Okay, so I'll be delivering meat from Reading to Burns. Well, we all like meat, don't we? Now, I don't know whether or not you guys can hear this, but I can't hear anything in terms of in-game. I can just hear the soundtrack, and I can just hear myself. Because obviously I can hear myself, I'm talking to you right now. What the fuck? That's not the way to go. We have meat to deliver. Do you not understand this? Meat. Flesh. Up to Oregon. What the fuck? All is well. All is good. All is great. Allah is merciful and all that other bullshit. Except he's not merciful. He's a horrible god and you must kill him every time you see a Muslim. What? Did I say that? A Jew? Well, that sounds anti-Semitic. 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 Okay. Let's get our bodies moving and a grooving. Okay. I'm just getting used to controls again on the keyboard because fuck. Whoa. Okay. Where are the wipers? What's the one for the wipers again? Keys and buttons. Keys and buttons. Wipers. P. Okie dokie. That doesn't help at all. There we go. This isn't how I wanted to start the stream. There's no noise at all. Like at all. Except for the soundtrack and myself. Which makes it a out-of-body indifference experience that I'm not 100% cool with. Out of my way, bitch. Yeah. See you, your massive truck? Yeah, I've got a massive truck too. Only one truck to rule them all. Also, some of these cowboy songs sound terrible. I'm just gonna say it outright. 50, 51. Also, a terrible time of the day for me to actually go and look at a new map. I mean, it is the middle of the night. Oh yeah, where's the music now? There's no music. Nope. I need to find out where the rest of those songs went to. For God's sake, must have some semblance, some grasping sense of normality, which some might argue is overrated. But to that I say, boo. Okay, so we're getting really close now to the Reading, Eureka, yeah? Getting really close now to the border with Oregon, which is cool. Because Oregon gives us hipsters. And vape pens. And, I don't know. I imagine it does other things too. A lot of gay people live in Portland, so there's that. That's a thing, isn't it? Where are we compared to the border? Let's have a look. Yeah, alright, so we're still some time off before we actually hit the border. When we make the big old turn, that's when we know we've done it. We've gone off to the point of no return. Except there's probably numerous ways to return. I wonder if the next one is going to be... Oh yeah. It also says here that I'm dropping frame rates, but I'm not dropping frame rates. Like, at all. I've got my cam here down the bottom, so... Yeah. Anyway, perfect time to consume alcohol is while driving. Remember that, kids. Write it down in your journals. Driving under the influence is the best idea for everyone. Especially if you're something heavy like a truck. I mean, look at this. I'm controlling the road. I also hit the emergency brake. Hey, Klamath. Yeah, hi. Welcome back. Whole game just crashed. Why? Not a clue. How? Not a clue. Although I imagine it's very easy to crash. So... on the plus side, at least I can hear the game again. Right. So I can hear the inside of the truck. I am delivering meat. Now that's odd because it says frame rate deduction detected, but I'm on my Ethernet, so I should be getting the best frame rate I can imagine, you know, in my situation. So unless my roommate Chris is doing something like watching a match in 4K, which I don't think he has the opportunity to do, yeah. This is bullshit. Of all the nights I want to stream. I call baby back bullshit. Someone somewhere had to have had enough sense of mind to say something like baby back bullshit. That's bullshit, yeah, but is it baby back bullshit? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're now entering the wonders of Portland, aka the place where there was a goth girl who I used to fancy that had a massive pair of tits and a huge ass. She might have just been fat. I'm thinking about it. It was all good though. I listened to him for her. That's how pussy whipped I was. And you know what? Villy had at one point the nicest ass a man could ever achieve. I mean, that thing was majestic as fuck. Love's the funeral of us. Hi, we're now in Klamath. I'm not seeing a crash vertibird anywhere, but okay. This is the first of many Fallout references you will hear. Oh, hey, Bellin. Oh, sorry. I have to aim this just right. Bellin. Hey, Bellin. It's gonna be a little bit ad hoc tonight, but you're more than welcome. I've been struggling for a while now to get this damn stream to work the way I want it to work. We're heading up to Oregon. I've got some mods installed, so don't expect much. Like that, for example, did not cause the end of the game. I'm doing quite well. Today has been a little bit rough. But it hasn't been terrible. I've been enduring. Out of my way, you feckin' bastard. How are you? Anyway. And I do apologise. The only way I can look at the chat is literally to look down at my phone, which is live streaming this. I tried to get the chat running on XSplit, but XSplit has been having little seizures now and again that completely defeats it. Typical. Anyway, I get to see the inside of... Nope. Ah! One thing at a time. First things first, the map. Where am I? Okay, so that's the turn off into the new DLC. The new DLC of this game is all of this. Also known as Oregon. Oh yeah? High school or college? And as you can tell, I have been drinking. Which means driving a truck makes all the more sense. Yeah, I was meant to turn there. I was hoping to turn my lights off, as if that's not really complicated. L is for lights. What I was looking for was wipers. It's not W, is it? No, it's like P. There we are. There we are. I hate using the mouse and keyboard. Oh, okay. Damn, so at most, you're what, like 16? Well then I do apologize in advance, but this is an adult boys stream, where I will constantly be swearing and just not being PC for anyone. Saying that, here's Oregon for you. Ooh, this is nice. It's not quite Oregon yet, but it's like the borderlands of Oregon. But anyway, just to say up front that I will be swearing, and I will be probably swearing constantly. Not even realizing I'm swearing, so just a heads up. You are more than welcome, though. I love how the weather suddenly changed so quickly. Alright. Whoa, too fast. See. There. Go for it. Questions are always welcome. Oh, was that actually meant to be like a question because it's middle school? Oh, my favorite game. God, there's some lag for you. My favorite game. That's actually a hard one. I've always loved Oblivion because when I was about 15, 16, I tended to I tended to jump on anything that would give you open world. And a few years later, Skyrim came around. But then Mass Effect came around and showed me that even if you don't have a 100% open world, you can still have, you know, storyline. And so, I don't know. It shifts, it changes. Right now, my favorite game is whatever I get the most fun out when I'm doing a stream. So I know that's a bit vague, but the age when I used to say, oh, it's Final Fantasy VII is long past. Final Fantasy VII is an okay game, but better games come around. This surprisingly is kind of one of them. I do enjoy just sitting down and binging this. Time Shift. Not ringing a bell. I know, oh, what's... Whoa, shit. Watch where you're going. You're carrying valuable Coca-Cola. Time Splitters. Time Splitters is the one I'm thinking of. Time Splitters. That was the game that came to mind when you said that. I think Time Splitters 2 was the most recent. Didn't really do too well. Oh shit, is it? Hold on, that's not the game where you have to be... It was on the PlayStation 3, I do believe. And you have to be sent into the past to stop this guy from taking over the world. And of course press F for respect. Because all things must die, even video games. One day, Counter-Strike may die, but that'll probably happen immediately after the fall of human civilization. Okay, here we are. Yeah, time, yeah. Map. Let's see. Am I at the border yet? I am. Good. Alright, so I'm now in... Oregon. Whoop-de-fucking-do. So, my goal is to get to Burns, which... Burns. Where's Eugene in all this? There. Eugene. Yes! That's the game! Are you serious? Is that the game I was thinking of? Yeah. Oh my god. Hold on. Whoa. First things first, like I said, there's no penalty for crashing the truck because I put the mods on. Okay, so as far as I can tell, I am currently back. I got... Yep, that's Coolaboola. I don't give it two tosses because I've gotten rid of every mod that could possibly cause this bullshit. So I'm left where I was at before I went. Okay, so that means when you go to map. Alright, so I can go to Klamath, anyone get a job. Klamath. No. Yes. Alright, so lumber. Perfect. From Klamath to Eugene. Alright, let's do it. Right, so. Yeah, I'm actually surprised you know that game. It wasn't, in my opinion, a very good one. I kinda got bored with it after a while. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, to each their own. For the longest time, Nuclear Strike was my favorite game for the PlayStation 1. Oh, thank you. I'm going through a lot of technical issues right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been drinking, and I continue to drink. So yeah, but I do appreciate the subs. I do indeed. You will receive other stuff besides. Whoops, down that goes. Besides just truck sim and things like that. For example, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I know tons of people have played to at this point, but careful now. But I have not. So I would like to actually see how it plays, how it fares. Though I don't have high hopes. It is an Assassin's Creed game. Ah, I played it for the PS3, but I never actually finished it. What, may I ask why it is indeed your favorite game? Well, this looks like Oregon from what I've been told. If it crashes, by the way, the next time, I'm just not going to continue. I don't know why the crashes happen, but wait, how do you get rid of that? Nope. How do you turn the indicators off? Also, if you remember that, do you remember Haze by any chance? The first bomb of the PlayStation 3 Xbox generation. I gotta find out what that damn code is. Alright, so where's the indicators? Ah, fair enough. That makes sense. That doesn't do anything. Okay, is it emergency lights then? Throttle brake, shift, gearbox, parking lights, parking brake, space? No, that worked. Engine brake, B. Trying to do this while also... Aha! Master Trucker! Please never ever ask me to haul shit from place to place. I will just be a disaster. Okay, well that... No, I don't know what the cause is. I guess I'm stuck with it for the next 4 in-game hours. Ooh! I don't know what that is, but I'm curious. It's like they're going through an election or something. AP at the very least. Let me see what you wrote here. It made me love how my game in the first place, and I love the concept. Cool. Hey, man, I'm never gonna take that away from you. I just remember I played it and I was like, maybe I wasn't very good at it. Maybe I did not like the idea. I honestly can't remember. I just remember the concept of it. It's, like I said before, Haze. It often reminds me of that. Which was a disaster of a game. Ugh. They had no idea what the hell they were doing. It's weird, I can't tell you quite my favorite game, but I can always tell you my worst games. I'm kind of a glass half empty kind of guy like that. Which is weird, because I always think myself as a glass half full. Anyway, at least we're nowhere in Oregon now, because I suddenly realized it's raining constantly. So, yeah. Nice. Pacific Northwest, anyone? Yes, please. Like I said, I'll try to read you when I can, but at the same time, I don't want to die. Maybe because you were bad, not being, of course. Maybe you were bad, not being, of course. I don't understand where you're going with that one, but okay. I wouldn't say no if I had a chance to get it for like a $5 or less these days on Steam or GOG. I'd pick it up and I'd try it real briefly. I don't know what it'd be like though. Like, I could find it has some sort of hidden depth, or I could be like, oh wow, this is exactly as I remember it. I remember the first time you go into the future and you've got that guy's face on the big mural talking. I remember that. Okay, P is for wipers. But apparently, emergency turns don't work. So, great. At the very least, the getting rid of all those mods seemed to have worked perfectly. And it is a lovely day. Look at that. It's a lovely day. Alcohol? Yes, please. Ah, yes. The one thing the Pacific Northwest needs more of. Lumber. That's like coming to Ireland and saying, you know what this place needs? More potatoes and alcohol. You know? I'm gonna set up shop in the Sahara. Oh boy, what are you gonna sell? Sand. So like, I imagine a huge chunk of truckers do spend their time in the Pacific Northwest bringing around lumber. Oh, hey, Ann. Remember what you could have mini time travel? Yes, I could. And it did remind me a lot of the game Prey, if you ever recall it. And I'm not talking about the modern interpretation of Prey. I'm talking about the one with the Native American prior, which was years prior. Also, to anyone who just popped in the chat right now, I'm sorry if I take forever to respond. You are not appearing up on screen. I am looking down like this because my phone is down here. I almost should have wired it to my goddamn TV or something. I'm doing my best, damn it. I'm doing my best. I am loving this landscape though. It looks like Oregon to me. Anyone who's ever been to Oregon or this part of the North American continent, lay it on me. No, well, because I didn't play the game a lot, man. I played it for about a week, on and off, and that's all I can recall of it. And more than that, it's just... I didn't think much about it. It was one of those games. I mean, that's when the first time you told me, I was like, I doesn't recall. I hate to say it, but the game to me is just kind of a... was there and then it was gone, you know? It was like Black Site, or how some people see the Strike series, which will get me on it, or Colony Wars, which will definitely get me on a tangent. They had James Earl Jones down as a voice actor and you don't even care? Yeah, pretty much. But no, man, if that is your favorite game, that's your favorite game. You've clearly played it like 10 times more than I probably ever will. Me? No, I went on to strategy very early on in my life, even before I really knew how to play strategy. And if you saw me last time I played Age of Empires, well, yep. I still don't quite know how to play strategy. But it's like me playing golf. I don't have to know how to play it to have a good time. It just might help me in hindsight. Anyway, Anne, good to see you. How are you? How was the honeymoon? I do not believe I have talked to you since... I think this is before the wedding, actually, now thinking of it. That's nice. That's a nice... Yeah. It's alright. Looks very dry for a place that was just blasted with rain, but you know. Ugh. Every time I go back into the cab, I just hear this. Click, 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 click. Also, as me, does this not seem very practical? You know, I mean, you have... You've got, like, more trailer than you do wood. I don't like the constant clicking, but I do like the whole glare in the sun. It's like condensation is building up. Come on. Alright, so this is a lot of twists and turns in terms of roads. Alright, first impression is that it's very pretty to look at, and it actually reminds me of all things Oblivion, as in the Elder Scrolls 4. Out of my way, fool! I've got wood to deliver! Punk ass bitch. But I'm liking the rivers. I've liked the trains. I'd like to go and see. I'd like to go and see Eugene next, and see what, or Portland. I'd like to see how they look, how they fare. Oh, it's cool, man. It's cool. You do you. I mean, like I said, I do apologize for my delay, but I mean, you can literally see the process of me looking down and reading your stuff, while also trying not to die. Because just because I can't cause any damage doesn't mean my my truck isn't very easily tippable, you know? Now you do you. Whee! By the way, if I may ask, where are you situated? America, Europe, the distant land known as Canada? I'm kind of hoping you're from like the Pacific Northwest so you can point out how everything looks wrong. Because this is literally the first time I've ever driven here. And the furthest west I've gotten in America is Nebraska, so... Yes, 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 yes. Now you might think that might have been a disaster, but at the exact same time, you'd be right. Don't drink and drive, kids. You don't have God mode enabled in real life. Oh, cool. I wouldn't say no looking back at it. I mean, it was one of those games that I played once years and years and years ago. And then I was like, alright, well that's that. Time to move on to something else. Like, maybe I didn't give it the time of day. Maybe I should have given it a better response. Like I said, it reminded me mostly of Haze, and Haze set the bar very, very low. But of course, you can still find it on sale everywhere, and I mean everywhere. In like charity shops and GameStops, buying. Pardon me. Ugh. Gas. You gotta love gas. Yeah, like the buy and sell. You'll often find, especially in CEX, I've seen whole rows of time shifters for sale in CEX. Maybe it was a big hit over in the States or whatever. I don't know. I'll definitely check out your video. Sure, I mean, least I can do. Aw, Eugene, but you're all the way over there. It won't count. Now I won't know how hipstery Eugene is, or how working class it is. Alright, here we are. I have delivered the all-important lumber to... I'm actually not quite sure, because it looks like we're going away from Eugene. Whoa, out of my way, Walbert. I have to probably get all my mods updated at this point. It's a shame, some of those mods are brilliant, you know? They make it seem like a live place. There's one mod, and I swear to Christ, it's amazing. It will update constantly live fuel prices from the state or country you're in. I mean, Christ's sake, you can't compete with that. You know, if that's what you're after. If it's not, then you can compete with it very easily. Anyway, let's wrap this up. That's right, folks. I'm a dork. If it took you this long to figure it out, well then, more your problem than it is mine. Ooh, Eugene. Even though I'm technically not in Eugene, I went the long way around. Okay, so how does this work out? Does it open a gate for me, or do I go the long way around? There it is. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna even pretend. I'm just gonna skip it. Aww. That made me feel sad. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I need to do what most people do when they've had a couple of beers. I return you late. Yeah, well, look at me. I've only got like 60 something. Alright, consider me your first. Welcome to the magical, horrible world of YouTubing. I will tell you something up right now. You better enjoy what you do, because if you don't... Also, I suggest for a stream, this is something I've had to deal with a lot, because, you know, don't let my, oh yeah, this is the Wild Bill song. Don't let any numbers fool you. Until you hit the few thousand mark, you can never be guaranteed someone on average is going to watch you. So, my advice is to make streams that if not a single person watches them, you still enjoyed yourself doing it. And that's it. Everything else comes naturally. If you enjoy yourself enough, people will come. Buddy, a sub is not all that important in hindsight. The real thing is, can you get return investment on it? And that's the hint. Like, can you actively convince others to watch you and return to watch you and watch you over other people? But here's the thing, the best way to do that is just by being you. You will find people. They might not be the same sort of numbers that you might want, but... Listen to me giving advice. I can barely hit 100. No, I had 69 at the start of last month. I'm just barely scraping back. Eugene. I don't want to go to Eugene. I want to leave Eugene. Okay, no, I don't want to go all the way to the other part of Canada. I want to stay in Oregon because I want to see more of Oregon. I paid money for Oregon. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, Burns. Destination. That doesn't make any sense. Combat forms. Alright, this seems to be the only... Tires, fine. At least I got a bit of money. Just one bit of advice. Don't expect to make your YouTube name off likes for likes. If you ever like somebody, genuinely like them. And if you you see someone immediately like you response, you know, if a few days later you see you lose 1 or 2 subs, well, you know, don't take it too personally. Especially, whoa. Wow, that just seems completely out of place from this, but I like it. Yeah, anyway. YouTube, she is a brutal mistress, but she can be kind. She actually can be kind. You can meet so many cool people. Oh, right. wrong continent there, Dylan. Wrong continent. Let's keep it a-going. Do. Because if you don't enjoy yourself, then what's the point? You know? You must have heard about all those YouTubers having massive blowouts. That's because most of them were making stuff to cater for their fans and not to themselves. Me? You know, I'm thinking the best I can ever hope for is 1,000. And that might take me a year or 2 or 3. That's fine. Because if I had reached 1,000 mark, well then for Christ's sake, at the very least I'm enjoying myself along the way, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm not getting money off this. I suppose once money enters the equation, you kind of have to make a kind of hard choice. I mean, that's what Streamlabs is for fuck's sake. YouTubers, if they want to make a bit of money, can... There's mukbangs. There are literally YouTubers that get paid to eat and talk to each other while they eat. I mean, something tells me that won't be the most stable of career choices. But Christ, is it not bringing the money here and now? Whoop, well, there goes that stop sign. Let's hope it's not important. Yeah, I'm liking this sort of parched landscape of Oregon. I don't know how realistic that is to the rest of Oregon. Assuming I don't crash, this could actually be quite pleasant. At least it's a better speed than California. Get what the speed limit in Ireland is, actually. This calls for an alcoholic beverage. Woo! Tastes like middle of the road beer, I guess. Well, this seems nice. Doesn't seem any way unique to the rest of the game. I have no real idea why the people who made it needed to spend like what, a year, 6 months making it. I mean, this all looks like it could be like the ground, for example. That could look like it could belong in New Mexico. And the trees, well, they're all Californian trees. So, saying that, I always expected Oregon to have this massive open space vibe to it, so it's got that down. Now this is more like it. This is what I was gearing for when I started out with the game about an hour and a half ago. It's a bit of chillaxing, you know? Ooh. So, 6 hours from my goal. No, 7. I really wish there was someone who actually watched this. Maybe there will be in the future, in which case please comment down below. Tell me, what's Oregon like? Because I only knew one girl from not Pittsburgh, Portland. And you know, something tells me that doesn't completely encapsulate what it's like to be in Oregon. So if anyone ever watches this in the near future, please tell me. I am curious. Oh, I like the cab they have there. It's a streak on the side. I bet you around here you'd get like fantastic breakfasts and things like that. The world's largest thermometer, or the world's second largest toilet, just sitting out there somewhere. Drive through a sequoia, you know? Bunch of hippie communes everywhere. Yeah, that doesn't sound so bad. Hey Gage, always good to see you. And you're also drunk. Oh, well, how shocking that you thought that I had myself have been drinking. That would imply several things. That, good sir, I am not going to deny in the slightest. Anyway, hope you're doing well there, Gage, man. Always good to see you. We are in Oregon right now. Please tell me you've been to Oregon. I would love some perspective. I want to consume some beer. Trees are good. They are good, aren't they? I mean, look how pretty they are. And look what else. Oh, that was the last one. Never mind. The last, get this. The last one I had to do, I was bringing dead trees into Oregon. Now, what sense is that? Alright? I mean, you're taking it to Treeland. I mean, who the fuck needs dead trees in Treeland? They have their own dead trees. And living ones to make dead. Because lumber. Lumber never changes. Whoa. Aha! Oh wow. What part of Ohio? I was in Wheelersburg, which is in the far south. And when I asked Ben about that, the face he gave me was like I showed him a dead kitten getting ripped open. I mean, he gave me the look that was like... So, I have no real idea what Wheelersburg is like in proportion to the rest of Ohio. Oh, Columbus, cool. Oh, yes, yes, I remember. Well, if you listen to people like Evan, Ben is a backstabbing double dealer. But, no, man, I keep on forgetting that you have that sort of, if we go by rank in terms of DP fandom and shit like that, you completely outrank me, man. But no, I wanted a comparison because it seems very dry, but then there's tons of trees, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, did you, there was a very brief... Shit! Sorry there, buddy. Just gonna reverse, perhaps crash into you in the process. It's all good. Look, I know I made a mistake, but can we be cool about this? Okay? I have tires to deliver. Alright, so I'm gonna cross over this. This isn't illegal. This is entirely okay. I'll answer your questions in the comments in a second. I just need to get back on the main road that is life. Oh god. Go on! I'm the one that made the fuck up. Go on. Go on, Ford. There'd be a local news helicopter flying over me at this point. Okay. Let me read what you said. Oh, if you can get away with it, man. But yeah, yeah, Evan got pissed off. He called it the Saturday Wars because he called it the unnamed podcast, but we all know what podcast it was. He they kind of started to stream at the same time as he does on Saturday. His big Saturday nights, and well, you know, that's gonna cut into his numbers because the two fandoms are overlapped. I mean, whenever Pimmonk is on my stream, I'll go from 2 people watching me to 0. So I can relate. Hell, Evan's stolen people from me. You know? Chaos Gamer would sacrifice me on the altar of Evanism on a moment's notice. But no, that's all finished now. That's all done. Still, it was surprising for Evan because, I mean, God's sake, he's Evan Lefebvre. I mean, for fuck's sake. Who expects him getting angry, you know? Yeah, I mean... I hear you, man. I had to turn off. Oh, here's one thing. If you do get this game, you're gonna have to turn off the bulk of your mods. All my mods are off except for my no damage mods. Because fuck that shit. Especially because I can't seem to control it via controller. I have to use a damn mouse and keyboard. And no one likes playing this game on mouse and keyboard, not even diehard fans. Which tells you a lot. They do indeed. I mean, take Pinbunk. Yeah, sure, he's got the morning wood and he's got his Freaky Friday, but he'll stream anytime he wants. I'll stream anytime I'm out in a pub and I'm not talking to somebody, you know? But the thing was, apparently they had made a promise to Evan not to do this, so I think that's what really stuck him in the gut. Like, the only day he gets free is Saturday, so... And it's a real shame because, you know, you don't want to fuck around with Evan like that. I mean, he's Evan. He's done no one any wrong. Let's see, can I get up the full 65? Yeah, I turned off the Oregon mods because it broke down. They just broke down. I know. The gist was this. I tried to stream it with the mods I had prior, and it broke down. So I tried again, and it broke down. I'm guessing there's a new color palette that the mods need to be updated for. But until then, the only mods, I hate to say, is no damage mods. I could try other ones, but I haven't seen a single Coca-Cola. I haven't seen a single UPS. I haven't seen a lot. It makes me sad. I mean, look at the shitty truck I'm driving. Look at that. Look how bland that motherfucker is. It's a job done, but I mean, you want more. You want more. I mean, that's the American dream. Oh, the promise to Evan, bro. Promises are promises, and I literally can't do shit about it. Because, you know, Evan should understand. Yeah, I get it. No, man. I'm not going to be defending one way or another. Yeah, I've heard Ben's equivalent, which is that he couldn't afford to keep Evan on tap. You know, he had to cut corners. Personally, I don't know which, because Evan seems to have found a solution, and Ben doesn't seem any more or less ruffled over it. There's no drama to be had, you know? It's just what I recall. And if they did promise him something and then went back on it, yeah, there's inherently nothing he can do about it, but it is still of a dick move. He might as well just said, like, yeah, but you see, Saturday is kind of a big deal for us, so we might have to go back on that at some point. Which sucks. But, you know, YouTube. And at the end of the day, Ben and Billy pull in a lot more money than Evan does. And Evan's pulled in, and, you know, he's pulled in a chunk of change over his time. Why is my truck suddenly starting to slow down? I'm liking these little tiny towns we're passing through. There's no real explanation about them, but they're just tiny little hamlets of like 3 or 4. It's pretty cool. It is sad though. Hold on. I'm gonna read your stuff in full while I enjoy the remainder of this can. Tastes like beer. Beer and regret. Yeah. I know, I've noticed that too. But then again, they did have Finn for the longest time. Or as I like to call him, Money Nazi. Money Nazi! Money Nazi, where are you? And yet, I haven't seen him in a long while either. And yet, he's constantly credited, so he must still be supplying cash. It's just... It seems the days when DP was raking it in, even on the fan level, seems to be finished. But it's not like they all went over to DFF rather, because DFF, you know, it's bringing in money, but it's not bringing in the same amount of money that would justify it. They say like, oh look, all our fans went over here. No. I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Alright, then well, yeah. But it's hard not to be loyal to Pimp Monk. But the great thing about being loyal to Pimp Monk is that sometimes you don't have to watch his videos. I mean, he uploads so many. I am so glad I caught his Sleep Monk stream, because otherwise I'd have been completely out of the meme, and that would have made me so pissed off. But, oh, it's not that. Whoa! Okay. Sometimes, you got shit like today. I woke up and there was tons of videos that were on my subscriptions, and as I was watching it, Pimp Monk goes live in half an hour, morning wood. And then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll leave that as a maybe. And then afterwards it was Pimp Monk is live now with, what was it, Luna and Manson, and I'm like, alright, cool. But I was watching, frankly, things that were more interesting to me at the time. I mean, it's the main reason why not all 68 or 69 of my subs are on at any one time. They're doing things that, frankly, to them are more important. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. But sometimes I see Pimp and I'm like, oh, cool, Pimp, he's on. Might even try to donate to him. Which I'm overdue to donate. I'm always overdue to donate. He also wants me on as a guest. We'll see how that... Yeah, it works. I've been on it ages ago. Like months ago, but still. Yeah. Hold on. I've met his many times and they're always priceless encounters. Well, sweet. Do you want to know a history fact about pigeons in war? Sure. Sure. Hit me. Hit me up, man. Let's hear about it. Morning Wood is one of my favorite pods. No loyalty required. Look, sometimes... I mean, also remember, to me it's not the morning. To me it's the afternoon. I get it around about 3 in the afternoon. And at that point, I might be doing something else. I might still be asleep, for Christ's sake. Or the times I'm like, ooh, the morning wood, and I turn it on. I'm like, ah! For about 20 minutes, or half an hour, or the whole thing, or less than 5 minutes. I'm like, maybe next time. No, that's just it with everyone. I mean, Ben's dealt with that before. Billy's dealt with that before. TJ, Paul, Ryby, even Colton, the man who can do no wrong. Okay, so this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Look, they've put a couple of new building stalls in. I don't have no idea what mulchins, kitchens, old cars. Yeah, but I'm not seeing any used gold places anywhere. How the hell is this the West Coast? No 5-minute photos. I'm only seeing 1 or 2 wing places. I mean, come on. Come on. The pigeons were used to fly missiles in war. Yeah, I stand with Gage on this front. Please tell us more. There was a camera in the front. Oh, yes, they had little box. I remember seeing footage of this. They were trained, and there was a bunch of them, and each one of them would be rewarded when they hit the right target. And they would do it over and over again until they were drugged. They were brought to a location, and then the bombs would be dropped, and then a little slit would be open in the bomb, and they'd be shown the location, and then they'd start hitting that location expecting food, but in reality they'd just be blown up. I do recall something like that. I think I've seen, I know this is like the West Coast, so it's a bit more liberal, but I think I did see a revivalist poster somewhere. No mods required. I want to get to Nebraska, because that's the only state that I've driven around in recent memory that I could actually have a comparison to and be like, ah, that's exactly it. But I don't see Ray Hackert anywhere. Oh, Ray. He actually wants to meet up with me in November when I'm in Omaha. Ugh, I'm definitely for that. But he needs to state the time and when. Yeah, it's definitely I just did a quick job because I wanted to get up to Ohio so I can see what wow, this is alright. This part here, yeah, this is alright. Look at that. Look at that. Reminds me a little bit of Marseille, only nowhere near as pretty. But yeah, this is just me checking out to see what the new DLC adds. Wood is definitely one on the table, because of course it is. They also tied in that trailer expansion. Ugh! Why? Why didn't I not stop? I'm a monster! I'm sorry! But you see, I'm the player, so I get right of way. It's not my fault. Blame the system. Don't blame the system, because then I won't be able to do shit like this. Red lights, those are for you, fucking robots. I'm gonna crack open another beer. I'm finally enjoying myself, which is good, because at some point I have to call it a night. Pigeons were trained to prick the battleship and was risky sense pigeon. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, this was the time when the first ever drone was used as a bomb. They actually managed to have a remote-controlled airplane. They managed to fly into a mountain. And they thought, hey, we could create, you know, remote-controlled planes that would just smash into people. As it turns out, Kamikaze showed the value of that, and the Nazis showed the value of good old-fashioned jets. And finally, America showed the power of trying very, very hard. And killing everyone in the process. Speaking of, why am I not a burning wreck? Oh, it's concrete. Oh. Well, then there should be a pile of concrete that falls over me and I get frozen into this position, like, and I end up in some sort of weird macabre Ripley's Believe It or Not. Okay, where'd the music go? Let's find out where the music. Alright, I switched it to Rainy Jazz. Stream died with nukes mainly. Stream resurrection? No, it didn't. Aha! Glad to see the chat is as active as it ever is. Ooh, that's pretty. Guess I'm moving south because there's only one place that could be, and that's the Pacific. Look at that! That's just pretty. Why isn't there houses built along the edges? Look at that! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our whatever the fuck it is of low energy videos. Tonight it's rampaging psychopath in front of a massive truck, killing people for your pleasure. Tonight's episode is set in Oregon. Where's my next victim? Actually, all jokes aside, I do like what they did with the trees here. I really do. It definitely does feel like a proper forest. Let's have a look. Yeah, I really don't like that color either. Good thing I'm only on a quick job. I know I can. I have my own. I choose not to because I didn't want to fuck up my truck in a brand new location. And then the stream died. So, ooh, wow, very pretty. Whoa, this is just rare for Look at that! Look at that being the Pacific and shit. Look at that motherfucker! Being majestic and other things. Words. I asked, the last stream I did, where I was doing Euro Truck, I asked the guy this, and he said, the only way it does is if you can negate the fuel cost. But the fact was, I just wanted a quick travel up, because otherwise I'd have been travelling up to here without any financial reason. So in other words, I'm being paid to travel. That's alright though. I mean, the sky looks like shit. You can see the skybox the way it's kind of flowing in, but I mean otherwise, yeah. That looks like the Pacific Northwest and everything I've seen in terms of pictures. Okay, so that's kudos. That's nice. It's nice. I'm a sucker for sunsets over the ocean. Yeah, too bad the color is terrible and the interior is bland as fuck. I still need to get myself a secondary truck, hire it out to someone to make myself a nice little bit of, you know, man profit. This is okay. Yeah, this is... Haha! Fucking pickup truck motherfucker. You know, there's a reason why no one in Ireland or the UK ever has a pickup truck. It's because no matter what you have in the back of it, it will always be stolen on you. Always. So you might find the occasional pickup truck, but they always drive into these well-fortified garages or these gated communities. And you're just there like, wow, what's the point of that? Okay, this isn't terrible. Oh yeah, theft can be very high in Ireland. Traditionally, we blame the travelling people, but no. We also can blame the refugees coming in from Eastern Europe. No. Most of the time, people stealing shit from other people, they can be anyone for any number of reasons. They could be looking to make 50 quid so they can feed their family, or they could be a bunch of junkies. Or they can be a bunch of kids who steal shit and throw it away just because they can. I've lost shit to those motherfuckers. Why? Because why the fuck not? It's all just a bit of fun to them. To me, costing someone €90 is not exactly fun. Fun! Hope my emotion didn't express myself too much right there. Cunts. But yeah, there's theft here, just like there's rape and murder here. I mean, it happens. We don't have as many gun crimes because there's not as many guns. Quid pro quo or something like that. Hell, I still call euros pounds, because I remember growing up with punt, the Irish version of pounds, and we changed the word pound and punt interchangeably. And then the euro came along, and we're like, yay, euro! And then we were like, oh no, euro! Oh, look at his little squat little truck. Look at his little squat little truck. His fun little truck. There's a bunch of clowns on a bouncy castle in the background of that truck. Most of those clowns are dead, by the way, but it's okay. Clowns still have souls. Alright, we're 20 minutes out from my destination. Neato Petito. Now that my computer isn't breaking down every 5 seconds, I'm actually kind of enjoying this. Okay, so we've just hit Coos Bay. It seems like there should be a racial undertone of Coos Bay, but I don't know. No, the obvious one is Coon, but I don't know. Seems too on the nose. Coolies Bay, maybe? That would definitely be a less of a low energy moment right there. Damn, actually listen to this music. I wish I was in a hotel lobby right now listening to a guy playing a piano while talking to an accountant from Brussels. Which is something I've not only done, but done on numerous occasions. Which is kind of weird when you think about it. I have an odd life. And again, sorry I'm not reading the chat. I'll be down to you in a second. just want to do this as smoothly as possible. Ooh, I like the TV ad there. As I say, time to say goodbye to your old pal. What is this? 2009? I mean, for God's sake, I think they've changed at this point. That's my Jewish side of me walking out. I have to stop at every sign and... Oh, wow! Look, Isaac! No magic, just science. Oh, that's so good for them. I'm a terrible Jew. Let's have a look. Are you a warlock dealing with quality radio you have? Wait, you didn't lose radio service and the tunnel quality radio you have. Yeah, coolies are Rachel. That's true! That is true, coolies. But of course, all you need to do is just check Wikipedia to see... Wikipedia to see if it's, the truth or not. By the way, this reminds me of Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack. One of those little beachside towns. Okay, back up and off we go again on our brand new adventure. Yes, haha. We are good like that. No, we go over here, not over there. Fuck. And I use my best stupid nasally accent for nothing. Come on. Yeah, 'cause I'm a professional trucker. I was about to say tractor guy. I am bad at the truck. Oh, I should at least be able to get in this. Come on. There we are. Still drinking. You failed the convoy. If one element of the convoy fails, we all fail. Not one of us. Not one of us. Okay, so we have dude, you know what I say to that? I say yeah. Okay, so we got fragile cargo and just-in-time delivery. Or perhaps I add more to high-value cargo. Or fuel economy. Which do I pick? I'm actually just gonna go do this with my eyes. And when I open up, I'm either gonna see your response or I'm gonna make my decision. Boom! Said cheers. So, I guess I'm gonna go with just-in-time delivery. Oh, actually, no, I was technically over fuel economy. Okay, so, I know how to manage fuel. Ugh, get the hell away from me, you ugly piece of shit. That's normally what I say when I go out to a bar most nights. Especially if I go to a gay bar. Actually, no, what am I kidding? Not may I ever get hit on by hot people is when I go to gay bars. What the hell does that say about me? Ooh. Well, you missed your chance out there, big guy. But I'm gonna take some metal coil from Eugene to the Dallas. I would hate to be living in the town of the Dallas. It seems so pretentious. If it's not full of organic food markets everywhere, I'm going to be so pissed off. Anyway, the toilet calls. I returned, proud and erect. Actually, I'm not erect, but I do have a funny story. Because while I was in there, I watched two spiders fight each other. I don't know what they were fighting over, but sure as hell, one was eating the other. Spiders. Nature's fuckwits. I don't even know where I'm going with that one, but I kind of like it. Maybe not nature's fuckwits, maybe nature's backstabbers? I don't know. Oh, well, I'm sorry there, Gage. I really am. Let me sing my little song of sadness. Oh, I'm sad. Now I'm not. Tell you what, next time I level up, I will get just-in-time's delivery just for you. Well, come on, you must know nature and Satan are intertwined. Do you not pay attention to Vigilant Christian Mario? Well, of course, how could you? His channel has been taken down. Now you got something to cry for, don't you? Seriously, he's a dick. Not that I've ever had a single word towards him. Every single thing I've ever known from Mario has come from DP. Which, you know, could paint him in a really shitty light. But something tells me no. Something tells me he's just a sack of shit. Weeping shit, just for that extra level of ugh. By the way, I kinda like this truck. It has a sort of retro workhorse vibe about it. I mean, this one looks like it has actually seen service. It's like a veteran. And it's instead judging me, rather than the other way around. So yeah, I kinda like it as a truck. And by the way, if it is judging me, it's gonna judge me so fucking poorly. Let's consume more beer because why the fuck not? It's right here. Mudslide whatever thing? What? I want to know more about mudslides. Well, this is kind of cool. This seems like I'm leaving a major metropolitan area. This seems about right. I'm not seeing any airplanes overhead, though. That's a bit odd. But okay. The Big Sur Challenge. Whoa! Already my truck has deducted 2 points off me. Okay, so I best tell you, after this stream, after this this particular delivery, I'm done. I'm going to go and start downloading Assassin's Creed, the newest Assassin's Creed. So look forward for that tomorrow. That'll be pretty cool. But besides that, I'll also try to stream something else tomorrow, but no promises. But most likely I'm gonna be at the bar tomorrow, so if I am, I'll try to stream like I did today and last Wednesday. Come one, come all, see the incredible Irishman drink in his natural inhabitant. That makes no sense. Seriously, this does feel like a truck from the 70s. I like it. I do approve. Did you play the newest one that's out right now? Also, I know the name I'm going to call this truck for the remainder of it. I'm just going to call it Daddy. And see how many people now or in the future get the meme. Ah! Well, in all fairness, with Assassin's Creed 2, it wasn't too far off to being frankly perfected. After that point, the game is perfectly fine on its own. It's a perfectly fine and can be very fun game. But it's full of a lot of busy work that all Ubisoft games are full of. And of course, it has microtransactions going out the yin-yang. Now, every single one of them are going to say it's just cosmetic, but no, some aren't cosmetic. Some are literally to help you along grinding. And at that point, they're just saying, hey, you don't want to play the game we spent a year and a half making? We don't either. Here's this easy way out. And at that point, what's the point, you know? Rape? No. But keeping somebody trapped in your dungeon for years, yes. Yes, I can definitely see that. Oh! Jonestown. Microtransactions equal Jonestown. I think that is a far more apt version. Not even Waco, because they don't fight back. So, because Waco fought back. It ended badly for them, but they fought back. Oh, Waco. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with America? What's the fucking wrong with microtransactions? Oh, the problem with microtransactions is they're too small for what they're aiming for. Engaged! Oh! Dude! engaged. I get it. When I was out in Dublin, I was chatting to my friend and a few other people, and everyone said because the shit I make here constitutes me as an artist, they can now start all calling me Artiste Dylan. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, don't. Like, what I make is not art. It is just, you know, a pastime that includes other people. But here's the thing, by the end of the night, I was like, yes, I am an artiste. I am Artiste Dylan. More like fucking Autist Dylan. You know, like, for fuck's sake. But it was hilarious. I pictured myself with a beret, like a proper beret, like a whatever the fuck TJ smokes, the long filter with a cigarette at the end, and everything. Every time I talk, it all goes black and white. You know, it was beautiful drunk logic, and it was glorious. And I really wish I recorded it. All the best. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Oh, it's just lighting. All the best parts about life. Also, by the way, I'm not Dylan as in D-I-L-L-I-O-N. I'm Dylan as in D-Y. Best way to explain it is Bob Dylan. Who I may or may not be named after. Well, almost fucked me over for a second time. Existential dread is how I wake up in the morning. Okay, and what do you think on the economy? What is life but a pile of dog poo-poo? Okay, you're a millionaire, so I'm told. Oh, yeah, that's exactly how it went. That is exactly how it went. Yeah, yeah. No. Dude, call me whatever you like. I know I'm the unless I get a bunch of Dylans as friends. I think I have Ducky Dylan as one of my subs. So I have at least one. But no, I'm Dylan. Call me whatever the hell you like, you know? Eventually I'll pick up that you mean me. If you want to keep calling me Dylan, you call me Dylan. My name is D-Y-L-A-N. The Welsh version. But, you know, who gives a shit about the Welsh? I know I don't. High-pitched motherfuckers. They know what they did. Even if they need help remembering it. I always love that weird subgenre of fiction that seems to have this bizarre hatred or dislike of the Welsh. I mean, of all the people, the fucking Welsh? Really? Makes more sense hating the fucking Danes. I'll look down in a second. I just don't want to die in this terrible, terrible curvature of life. Whoa! There goes another few points off my truck. Dude. Maybe I said, yeah, that's me. But, maybe I just didn't want to rock the boat, or I was busy and I didn't want to have the time to correct you. It's all cool. Like, I really don't mind. You know who I am. You know I'm Low Energy Videos. I'm Dylan. I'm the drunk Irish guy who drives trucks, you know? I'm Noble Knees. You know Noble Knees. He's in Oblivion and he has a mesh gash. Oh, that mesh gash. It is horrific. It will haunt my waking dreams. Please tell me that's a reference to something he runs like a Welshman. Because I want to know that one. This is a nice playlist I found. Nice soundtrack. It's the cool, relaxing jazz. Rainy day, cool, relaxing jazz playlist. I'll put it in the description when I'm done. Well, tomorrow. Was that Stewie? Oh man. I love his dude. Please pull over for a vehicle inspection? Mother tickwit! You see, you don't have to deal with this in Europe, and you're constantly complaining about some sort of federal domination and shit. Ain't no federal domination of this shit in Europe, I'll tell you that much. Way station, motherfucker. Grumble, grumble. I'm only 20 minutes out from where I need to be. You're welcome, bureaucratic federal government nightmare. This is why I should have voted for Trump. He'd have let the roads fall apart, nature's way. See? I'm the alpha truck, so I get the right of way. This wouldn't have happened if Hillary had gotten into office. Ah, that's back when he was more focused on killing Lois rather than being camp and gay. Those were better times. Actually, was it better? One thing I gotta say about Seth MacFarlane was that after Cross Your Mind, he's still putting stuff out. He's a good starter. He is very good at setting tones and doing one-off jokes that don't go anywhere. I think the best thing he ever did was the Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy. That was just brilliant. Because there was no story to it. It's just one-off jokes that go anywhere, and then he continues onwards, you know, to another joke, to another joke. A bit like, Robot Chicken. I kind of don't remember that one. Like most people, I end up watching Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show, Robot Chicken, Aqua Team. I'm not normally sober when I'm watching that shit. I'll watch old Simpsons sober. I'll watch most Futurama sober. I won't watch Disenchanted drunk. I want to see that completely sober at least once. By the way, have you seen Disenchanted? I'd like to hear your opinion on it. I want to do a review of it, but I'm going to watch it in one sitting and then just talk about it afterwards. Like I did with the current season of BoJack. I still live. That's right. Not for much longer. I'm gonna do one more journey after this. I decided on that. I'm gonna do one more journey afterwards, and then... Ooh. If there was traffic and people on the streets, this might actually look real. That's just it. From what I know of Disenchanted, it turns out to be disappointing, which might make sense, or at best a good start. Alright, motherfucker, you want me to buy a second truck? I have 125,000. Yeah, I can buy a second truck. I want to buy a second truck. I'm gonna fucking buy a second truck. I'm so angry. I'm gonna buy the hell out of that second truck. No, you remind me. I mean, it might as well buy that fucking second truck. So here we are. This isn't Eugene. This is the Dallas. The Dallas. Well, I don't have a choice in terms of I can do anything, so let's go for the obvious one. I brought metal wire halfway across Oregon. Come on. No! It begins! It begins! Come for the low energy banter. Stay as you watch him desperately try to park a truck. It's been true over the past year. It will be true for many years to come. Low energy videos. He's quite incompetent. I need some thinking juice. I think I thanked too much. Alright. So I'm going to do a swivel and come at it this fresh. Because I am the master of nothing, apparently, because I'm blocked in that regard. Okay. Yeah, this is entirely how you're meant to do this, by the way. Oh, beautiful. Majestic. Now look, my insurance company and I are really tight, okay? They send me a Merry Christmas email at the end of every year. I'm not even Christian. That's how close we are. I'd love somewhere if somebody trying to get out of some sort of financial problem said something like that. That would just be glorious. Hey, I received the company Christmas card the same as everyone else. No one else received a company Christmas card. You mean the next year's memo? Oh, right. Yeah, that. Okay, so I'll do a simple reverse. And drive. And we try it again. Oh, it's a winery. Oh, nice. Oregon wine. Again, sorry if I'm not answering your questions right away. I'm just gonna get right back to it. See what you want. It's your money. Thick and juice. Sometimes I just drop the trailer and reposition myself. I've always been tempted to do that. Yay! You know, we didn't need it exactly right like that. You could have just dropped it off wherever and we could have taken it from there. Yeah, but I need it exactly into those floating brackets. Floating brackets? What the hell are you talking about? No, these floating brackets right here. In front of my truck. Perfectly aligned to my truck. Buddy, are you high? It'd be funny if the world outside of my trucker lifestyle was fulfilling, but it's literally just trucking. This entire world exists so the player can get A to B. Like, give me a little bit of roleplay. Like, I want my trucking house, man. Antiquated. I like the idea of antiquated. It sounds good. What sounds good? What's playing in my headphones right now? Yeah. I like that. Alright, we need a location from A to B. That's not the truck I have, is it? So that's the truck I have. Well, do you know what I say to that? I say enough jibber jabber. Well, first things first, thank you for getting my name right. I've only been complaining it to you for about a few months now. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Second of all, I do not have a 3DS. I actually, you know, the last time I peeked at a Nintendo buy was an N64. So, yeah. Okay, whoop-de-doo. So, Packer Woods brings in... Yeah. But I want to upgrade this so I can do more with it. Okay. Well, you need 180,000 to upgrade. Yeah, okay, so you're constantly going on about me not getting a truck. Well, turns out I still need to do at least one more job out of my own pocket, as in not being hired by someone else. Ooh, a limo. Now, when I have the mods on, my truck does not look like this. This looks like the most bare bones motherfucking truck you have ever seen trucked. But, alright, so I'm based in Sacramento. So that means I can go down here to the W, which I think is a metaphor for Walmart, but I don't have my mods on, so it's not literally Walmart, which is a shame because, well... Hey, I should have called myself Happy Trails Caravan Company. I'm in Sacktown, for fuck's sake. Oh, motherfucker. God diddly damn it. Just out there by the little loop. We travel from here to Ogden, selling all manners of wares. Yes, you do, good sir. You start reading off this phone book, please. I'm just gonna be here enthralled, please. Fallout. You are my Achilles heel. That and, a constant and ever-growing alcohol dependency. Let's see what this says. Walmart or Volkswagen? Volkswagen! Alright, this is perfect. I get nearly 20,000. And, oh, wait. It's not as much, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. But I'll have enough to upgrade after the fact. Then if I want, I can travel back from... That's not Ontario! Ontario isn't connected to... What state's that? Is that Iowa? No. No, Iowa's... Or is it Idaho? Is that Idaho? Forget which. That's no one cares state. I know that much. No, Iowa's off in that direction because I've had sex with a girl by the name of who's been to Iowa. From Iowa. Whatever. We did it in Nebraska, so I don't care too different. Speaking of, that's over there somewhere. And I want one day the map to fucking open up. Now where's my Texas? I mean, look at this shit. Pointing up north. You only can go in one more direction. You want Texas. Then you want here and there and everywhere else until at least you have all of the states pointed. But I mean, I was promised American Truck Simulator, so I want to be able to one day travel from LA to New York. That is my end of goal. Well, this is why I would suggest you find a guy on YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook, on the DFF Facebook to be particular, by the name of Ray Hackert. Because he, who I'll be hopefully meeting up with in November in Omaha, was indeed a trucker. And he would tell me all these things. Like, he loved the fact I could drive around drunk the way I could, when in actual fact, at all times, there must have been, there has to be a drug test, legally shunted underneath the, cabin. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. Like, you wouldn't have even been able to get out the door. The idea of, like, a bunch of speed tripping truckers probably died off in like the mid-90s, you know? Which is a little bit sad. I like the idea of my trucker being off his skull on pills that he got from some weird Chinese website. Most truckers here aren't Irish, they're like Romanian or Hungarian or Polish. You'll always find the hardest working people in Ireland and in the UK to be not Irish or British. Always the immigrants. You always have to work harder than everyone else. I don't know. He told me the way stations happened a lot. Oh, he did say he did say there would be random ones, like cruisers would pull trucks over at random times in random places, so you could never like have like a lapse time where you could be like, oh, I'm gonna smoke this joint, or I'm gonna do this half a subscription of painkillers, you know. If you weren't subscribed to a particular drug, according to him, they'd find it and they'd pull you over. Which makes some sense, because it's not just a matter of them spotting you swallowing back a bunch of pills or shooting up in an alleyway somewhere. It's that shit's gonna be in your system for days. So you better have a reason why that shit is in your system for days. As it is, my biggest concern about driving a truck, I'd imagine, would be your ass falling asleep. I mean, I've played this game for 5-6 hours a time. It's not the same thing. I'm not implying that, because fuck's sake, no. My great uncle Mick, God bless Mick, died about last year before. But when I was a kid, he used to show up, and he was one of the only 20 people in Ireland who were certified to have American big rigs. So him showing up the top of my road was an absolute mind-blowing experience. And then what's more, he let me drive the damn thing, or at least I thought I was driving it. You know, I was fucking 5. Think I could hit those pedals? God, no. And before I continue, let's have a look at the chat. I work hard, my boss brags on me, feels good, man. Singing up our take? Nah, I'm a nervous driver. Never drive a big truck. Same. I could drive a van, or maybe a car wielding something in the back. You know, like what do I call it in America? A U-Haul, something like that. I'm not quite sure what we call them over here. I don't think we have an equivalent. I think we just put everything in Ford Transits. Everything that can't be pinned down goes into a Ford Transit. Like when we moved out here, one truck solved us all. And I was worried everything would be bouncing around the back of the truck, but no, we were in the front of one of these motherfuckers. And when I was working in America, completely legally, back when I was a teenager, I never got a chance to really experience like American style trucks, because I was always in a Japanese Toyota, which always felt a little bit out of place because we had no crumple zone. I noticed that. Like, American trucks have these massive, the engines in the front, so when they crash into somebody, you're not getting the direct, you're getting it sort of in the back. But that motherfucking Toyota that we drove, oh Christ, we were in a bubble of glass. And you know what his answer was, the guy I was working with? Oh, well, if we crash, the other guy dies too. Like, for fuck's sake. I'm like, yeah, sure. An SUV that suddenly stops in the middle of the fucking Jersey Turnpike. Yeah, that's gonna That's gonna fucking make life easier. That was the only time I ever felt nervous, like when I was sitting in the passenger seat. Oh, halcyon days of our youth. Crazy ass motherfucking times. Like I was in a glass bubble, for fuck's sake. No fairness, nothing happened. The most interesting time came when we were looking after. I've told this story before. A Jewish family from New York had rented out an entire area in a country club for their kids' bar mitzvah. And as a result, I got to see how the super duper quadruper New York Jews got to live. And the answer was quite well, thank you. My Christ, the money on the table there. And yet all they wanted was their damn kids to be entertained with Rock Band on the Xbox 360. Which I wasn't cool. I didn't ever like that game. But the guy I was with, he was a fucking expert on it, so he played it to his heart content. Oh, there was bar at bar mitzvah. There was bar at bar mitzvah. Except I wasn't allowed there because I was working. At lunch, I reminded everyone I was working with what we in the British Isles consider to be a lunch. So I came back skipping a little bit more, you know. A little bit more skippy. I always remember the bar mitzvah boy was very fascinated with me for some reason. Every once in a while, I turn around, and there he was, just staring up at me with these weird, creepy doll eyes, going, "Hi." I'm like, "Hey, oh shit!" That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what I said. I suddenly just went like, "Hi." Oh shit! That would have kept him away. Thank Christ I've got that shit turned off. I'm in no position to manage my damage and shit. That's why I stopped doing that stupid game where I'd make, I'd do a hit. Oh, dude, you're doing puns within puns, but I'm trying to drive here in what is actually a very pretty morning. That is just a lovely morning to drive in. It's cold as fuck. It is Oregon, after all. That's horseshit. Everyone says to be bad mess for religious ritual is mandatory. Yeah. No, I remember one of the most interesting moments was that a man who is on first name terms with Warren Buffett tapped me on the shoulder. I only found out the whole thing about Warren Buffett after the fact. I think his name was Isaac something. When I said money New York Jews, I mean money New York Jews. But he tapped me on the shoulder. I looked down, and there was this very nice looking man. Must have been in about his 70s. I bet he's dead now, in all fairness. It's well over 10 years. If he's not dead, well, I can't imagine how much more dilapidated you could get. He was old. The suit was gorgeous, what he had on him, but it was like hovering over him. He was this skeleton person. And he was like, "Sonny, you look like you're a man in charge. Where exactly would a man find the restroom?" And I'm just there like, "Well, thank you, sir. I'm actually not in charge. He is." And I pointed to the guy who I went to work with, and I was like, "Well, you can find the restrooms." And then I pointed towards the toilets, and off he went. And I never spoke to him again. And after I was like, "Oh, you mean That's the guy. Apparently, like, this was years before even the financial crisis. This is after 9/11, but before the financial crisis. So America was kind of like, "Hi, money. Would you say hello to Mr. Incinerator there? What's that? You need an extra 3% before I can fling you into the incinerator? Okie dokie." You know, like, not that Ireland was doing any better. I mean, you ever want to see a perfect example of bullshit coming back to haunt someone? Look at the Celtic Tiger. That shit, man. Nowsies. No, not Warren Buffett. A guy who was on first name terms with Warren Buffett. I mean, if you want me to talk about actual celebrities I've met, yeah, but I'm not doing it here. Because that was actually a good experience. Mostly because I got paid at the end of it. Actually, that night was crazy, because you got to see a bunch of, like, Connecticut Blue Bloods, like, proper wealthy people who go to that country club probably for generations, being forced outside. And when I mean forced, I mean, I saw this woman with this massive, like, headpiece hat on, that she looks almost like she should be some duchess of somewhere. And she was being told, "Sorry, tonight isn't for you." And she was like, "Well, I never." And I was like, oh my god. If there's enough money to kick these people out, this is real money that I'm walking into. We're talking about billionaires. And that includes overly obsessive bar mitzvah boys and good friends of Warren Buffett. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually, now in hindsight. New York's a surprisingly small place. Oh, I'm almost... Whoa, shit. Shit. That's what I get for looking at my phone. Thank you there, Gage, for making me want to try to pay attention to you. Okay, Dylan, I cannot think of Ireland without thinking of a superior accent. Alright, now when you say a superior accent, do you mean a superior accent of mine? In which case I control that. I can increase the Irish if you want. I can do that. I'm not proud of it, but I can do that. Or do you mean that you know someone who has a superior accent? In which case, yeah, pretty much. I've got a really fucked up Irish accent, man. Like I said, I've been going to work in America since I was 17, for fuck's sake. I've been hanging around with Americans, and my parents are mostly English, and my dad is pseudo-Jewish, and... It all results in a Dublin not being a very Dublin accent, you know? Yeah, how, I don't sound like this? Ah! Well, no, I can do that if you want. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna do that for a little bit. I'm mostly based in whoa. Okay. You have bypass nearby wayside. Ah, bless him. Bless him. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, now. The gist is, I have currently been using my regular voice, which picks up hints here and there. I'm like a big sponge. But this current accent I'm going for, it's kind of like how the locals speak here in Leitrim. Leitrim. You have to say it like that. Leitrim. I can do that no problem, but it's not my natural voice. It's just I've been living here for about 3-4 years now. So, you know, I can pick a little things up here and there. But I'm out in Cork now, because if you talk like Cork, you're not going to be able to shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Fuck Cork. No, not fuck Cork. I've actually never been to Cork. I'd like to actually see Cork at least once. And hold on, I thought I was going to other parts of Oregon. What the fuck? This is Oregon. This looks like a place where Ryby Jenkins lives. This looks like, Tucson, Arizona. This looks like Arizona. How the fuck is this Oregon? This is why I wish I had somebody who watches this from... I could have fixed it, but I couldn't. On the plus side, you've got a police officer right there, and a fireman. Or you're being a smart... hi officer. He's got no time for that. His shift ends in 3 hours. He doesn't give a shit. Okay. I need to take a pee one more time. Aha! I return you late. Proud, and unlike last time, not erect. Increase Irish, Irish American, Irish, and Asian though. No Americans doing American accents. First thing in the world to me. This Oregon looks like New Mex. Yep, you're right. You should have killed that officer. You know what? I should have. I mean, I've got the no damage mod turned on, and I've got the no damage. But you know what's gonna happen? I'm either gonna just drive right through him and nothing's gonna happen, or I'm gonna damage myself. So, unless it naturally happens. Anyway, the important thing is, Sacramento vegetables are required in Ontario, Oregon. Ontario, Oregon. Like, I know Ontario, Canada, but Ontario, Oregon. I know the two are nearby each other, but for God's sake. I'm trying to run a respectable business here. Yeah, I mean, look at this shit. This is Oregon. If there's someone who watches this who is from Oregon and could say, yes, actually, up until certain points in our state, it's very dry, I'm like, oh, okay, I did not know that. Now I know something. But, I mean, look at it. It looks like parts of Spain. It looks like Morocco. It looks like the Canary Islands. It looks like the Southwest. New Mexico and Arizona and southern part of Oklahoma and shit that's like that. Hell, if it was flatter, it would look like Nebraska. I don't know, this isn't what I think about, because earlier on, that's what I thought about. But apparently... No! No! We're both right. Yes, we knew something was off. This is Nevada. Nevada. Good old-fashioned Nevada. Oh, bless. Look at him. Look at Nevada. Oh, I can't stay mad at you. You're where we get New Vegas from. And nothing else. What about actual Las Vegas? What about it? Yeah, I knew something was off. I mean, this doesn't make sense for it to be in Oregon. The trees made sense, but that's about it. Hell, no joke. We could be in Turkey right now. Especially the western part of Turkey. I don't know about the eastern part of Turkey, but I've traveled along a huge chunk of the western part of Turkey's coastline. And it looks very similar to this. Except for the traffic, which is in no way as organized. It's chaos. You want to drive someplace? Oh, you're going to drive there if you put your foot to the floor and never let go. Hang on. I do believe I made a boo-boo. I let my phone go and it's about to run out of charge. Can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have that. Oh, well, we all love Skyrim, buddy. We all love Skyrim. It's why Skyrim lasts as long as it did. As long as it has, and more importantly, like I said, as long as shit like Beyond Skyrim will always make it so. I mean, Skyrim is just fun. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best graphically looking. It's dull, it's bland. It's the exact opposite of Oblivion. But Skyrim is glorious. And I can't wait to get back there. But you see, Skyrim seems to be the most generic shit I could upload. This, surprisingly, to me, was the most generic shit I could have uploaded. And American and Euro Truck Simulators get the best responses. I get the more likely to get a subscription via the trucking games. Because it hits a niche. And I suppose, yeah, these games really are a niche. They really fucking are. But, what about Oblivion? Well, everyone remembers Oblivion, but how many people are still playing Oblivion? You know? Especially like me, how many people are playing Oblivion with mods? Particularly the mods I've got installed. Mesh crotch. Mesh crotch. Yeah, hey boy, wanna see my slash? No, thank you. I'll be playing that shit on Friday, by the way. That's a heads up. Hold on. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll tell you what. When with my mutated, horrible, mesh-crotched character has kicked ass in Oblivion, I will delete the bulk of my mods and reinstall the ones that won't cause constant crashes in Skyrim and do the same. And when it happens, you'll know. Out of my way, soccer mom. Yeah! I just pictured a middle-aged, very scared middle-aged woman and like 5 kids all bouncing around on the inside of their van to go like, ah! It shouldn't be as funny as it is. I'm a terrible person. But yeah, I'll launch with a character, a decent character, and I will mill through Skyrim. Yeah, there's no problem with that, man. I mean, I only wish more people gave more feedback like you did. If more people did, I'd just like be, okay, done. You know, there's no problem, but no one gives me feedback except, you know, while I'm live, which is cool. Except it's limited, because up to recently, the most people I've ever gotten is 69 subs, you know? Which is cool, because I can make the meme. Yeah, I have no problem doing that shit, man. It does, doesn't it? Feedback sounds like a really sick version of mukbang that you'd find on Pornhub, where like, say, Lady Fair and Anna Akira, or Anna Asay, or whatever the fuck her name is, they just start eating and eventually they just get sick on each other. And they jack off and each other's sick. And then they tell me I'm a pretty boy and I don't need to fear the things I did in my youth. Oh, I'm sorry, that's premium. But for the rest... Ha! Ha ha ha! Oh my god, is that guy made out of tubes? Everything else must come to a literal screeching halt. That guy is made out of tubes. He's made out of traffic cones. Here, no one else needs to suffer over my obsession. Oh my god, yes. Look. Look at the artistry. Look at the oh, that booty. Oh, he's got a face, both forward. Oh, not backwards. But his face could also play for Halloween. They just need to put him in orange, and suddenly he's... Yeah, okay, I'm done. Look, the important thing is... I almost imagine this is like the only time ever my trucker gained some like self-awareness. And he's like, oh, it's a thing! And afterwards he just returns to complete subservience. Because he doesn't know any other life. He doesn't know what those numbers going up or down mean. All he knows is transporting shit from A to B. And alright. He was... Someone put effort and love into his head. You notice that? It wasn't just a sort of like... I'm googly-eyed, wiggly guy. Come down to the off-ramp at 1859 to see 20% off on used Fords, you know? That motherfucker's like, yeah, after the bombs hit and we're all dead, someone will worship this god. This guy is a god. And that should be what's happening. But it isn't. Because we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world where instead of Walmarts, we have Walberts. And all Walbert drivers need to have at least a 12-drink minimum. By the way, Gage, just in general, what the fuck? Did you notice? You notice that? Look how fake that is! Oh, for Christ's sake. Look at that. I've seen something similar happen to this in the real life, but I mean, even then there was an attempt to kind of blend it, you know? Anyway, Gage, just in general, thank you. Thank you for showing up. As you can tell, my streams usually are very bare bones. So, anyone who pops up is always welcome. But a returning face means I'm doing something at some fundamental level right. So, I do appreciate it. Or maybe I'm doing something fundamentally wrong in such a way that makes it hilarious. It's all good. Because at that point, I'm too far gone to notice. And you might as well ask Von Helton to strap on a pair of dentures. It's beyond his mortal coil to grasp. Dude. I accept everyone. I've had recently seen. Ooh, that's cool. That's nice. I recently had a troll, and my very first troll, I'd like to point out, and all he said was, before YouTube cut him off and he was barred, "You suck." That's all it was. He was even if it was a robot, he was as welcomed here as anyone else. Because its eye is focused, you know? And I appreciate that. I'm making shit. I mean, I'm not going to pretend it's the best shit in the whole wide world. And I'm usually doing it at the same time when tons of other people are like, yeah, I'm working, I'm sleeping, or someone else is making something better. In which case, I'm like, cool, then you go do that. Like what Evan was saying, or what I was talking about Evan earlier. Like, he doesn't hold people against him for not watching his shit. Why the fuck would he? I think anyone who does is worthy of insult, frankly. I mean, if someone were to start saying, like, you subscribe to me, but you never actually watch me, you know, at that point, I'm like, yeah, so the fuck what? Maybe you're not worth my time, you know? I actually would love to see a, because I know, like, at VidCon and shit like that, that does happen, the egos break out. It was either last year or the year before at VidCon, there was all the 20-somethings having a big sort of standoff saying, like, I've got 25,000 subscribers, you need to fucking shut up and listen. And I'm listening to this like, really? You notice how the biggest person who has subscribers, PewDiePie, doesn't tell you to shut up and listen? Or people who have far less than him, who you might want to shut up and listen to, don't tell you to shut up and listen? Fucking children. Too much too fast, man. Too much too fast. Ah! Okay. This is why you shouldn't read text and drive. Oh, I haven't seen an alien in New Mexico yet. No. Is someone bitter about Elseldom? Heh. Pity view. I'm having fun. Whee! I'm a worthy troll. No, not yet. Yucks. Them's ain't words. When I'm working, I cannot be here. Mystery when I'm not. I wish Beautifying would till. Yeah, look, if he told her to shut up and listen, if he actually came in like the front of like a little army of the biggest YouTubers of all stripes, I'm talking about the makeup guides, that Indian team that recently took over from him from being the biggest ones. This is pretty. All that shit. If they all came up to her and said, "Would you do this?" she'd go, "No." And then explain why, which, you know, YouTube being YouTube. Would be very sort of half-hearted bullshit. You're running out of fuel. You should find a petrol station. I should. Too bad I'm literally in the area where if I were to die, coyotes would feast on my bones. So I'm not seeing a petrol station anytime soon. Also, I'm 3 hours out, so maybe I'll just chance it. Thank you. Not quite sure why I needed. Well, here's some fuel anyway, so I suppose I'll just slow down. Pay it up. Now, let's see how important this petrol station is. And before you're wondering, yes, I'm just gonna slide. Whoa. Okay. Now, just because it looks like I might have made a boo-boo does not mean I have made a boo-boo. Alright, I might have made a colossal boo-boo. Out we go, and back around. I like this. Oh, this looks like the place where Homer and Marge got married. You're a whale of a wife. Next time I play this, I hope to have the mods sorted out. I wonder if Hearts is meant to be like shell or something. Now understand, these vegetables need to go to the valued Wolbert's, yeah, Wolbert distributor. The corn. You don't understand? The corn! Woo! Because he gets it, I think. I don't know. You don't have to chance it. You can math to determine whether or not you make it. That was true! That was very true. I didn't have to chance it. Especially because the last thing I upgraded was my Eco Drive. Which means just because it was saying like, oh no, you don't have to do that, well, true. But I don't have to play this game, do I? I could be watching Disenchanted on Netflix right now. Yeah. Or harassing Pimp on his 50,000 stream of the day. Or perhaps going on Ryby's Rabbits and listening to the same song that she's listened to for the past year and a half. And then watching as every one of her man slaves tell her the same thing over and over again. And then maybe you suggest that this might not be healthy, and then she tells you to shut the fuck up, big guy, and you give her the smolder, and all's well, and nothing changes, and you grow a little bit older. And sadly, in the wrong way, a little bit wiser. I think my generation needs a war. That's a proper, big ol' global war. Motherfucker. I think we need to bleed for our ideals. Failing that, I think everyone should get a truck. I'm not quite sure what we do with it, but it would probably make traffic jams far more interesting. Ooh, boy! Trailer park outside of town? Actual town? I've entered South Park! Actually, this sounded kind of screams South Park, all this place. And I know that's Colorado. Which I'm almost certain is going to be the next thing they add to this. Burp. I mean, when you look at the map. Wait. Yeah, no. Wait, that's Colorado, isn't it? Oh, that's actually a good question. I don't know. You probably get it in like high value trailers. Maybe a bias, your own personal one. But no, like seriously, that state, that's alright, so Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska? Or is that Nebraska? Like, I think that's Oklahoma. And that's south of Nebraska, which means if that's Nebraska, then this is Colorado, which makes this New Mexico? No, because that's New Mexico. So this is... Motherfucker, you're the one who lives there! Find a globe or something! I thought you were taught this shit in school. I mean, I know that's Vancouver Island. I know that's Washington. I know, if I remember right, I think these are the Dakotas, are they? So, I'm thinking the next one, just for the sake of convenience, I hope, will be this state, but I can't remember what this state is. Is it Iowa? No. Not Iowa. Iowa's off in that direction. I've been in it. Wyoming. Wyoming, yes. Alright, so which state is Wyoming? Is it that one? This one? This one? This one? Because if we go into Wyoming, that's cool too. But I would ideally love this stay open up because you don't, for example, if you have to go to Raton, you have to go all the way around here, then up, and then up to get to Astora. But if you go here, then through here, then up to a place like Jackpot and Elko, and then up there, you know. Call Utah next to Nevada. Colorado to the right of Utah. Okay. So, Nevada is here. So that's Utah. And Colorado is, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Unlock these next two next, because I can't imagine they're very big on their own, so that's fine. That's fine, man. Hey, man. I often tell people I know here in the quote-unquote real world that I am, like, well-versed in America. But then you plot me down in a geography map and I'm like, I know these states are meant to be in this part of America, that part of America, but you know... I always remember Idaho was Ralph from The Simpsons. That was his one. He just had a potato chip bag strapped to his chest. I'm Idaho! Sure you are, Ralph. I've been to Iowa. Been to Council Bluffs, at least. Oh, actually, I've technically been to Des Moines, but I was only really landing there, and I got in a car, and I went from then Des Moines to Omaha. But you can, anyway, you can see the states there that you kind of want to see unlocked. I mean, if they're starting in the West Coast, that's cool, but I eventually want every single goddamn state unlocked. It's not too complicated until you reach the East Coast, where it's literally going to be city, as far as the eye can see. But that's where you making Euro Truck Simulator can really help. It's not complicated, you just do what you do for Euro Truck, and, you know, you just see New York off in the distance. New York. There we are. Ooh, a ranch. I've heard none but good things about Georgia, unless of course a black person's talking about it, and it has to depend on how old they are. I'd love to be able to go to, like, the South. I've been to Florida, but obviously I spent mostly around the tourist parks and Daytona Beach. Daytona was one of the dirtiest cities I have ever seen. I mean, there were piles of trash everywhere that weren't being collected. There was homeless people out in the street. There were junkies everywhere. And that was when I was a kid. Can you imagine what that's like now? Fuck Daytona. Except for when you say it in Sega. Daytona. Get away, away. Daytona, Daytona. Do, do, do. Go to Savannah. I've heard nothing bad about Savannah. But the thing is, next time I go to the States will be Omaha. And probably the same for the year after, because I'll be going there for a wedding. So, I don't know, like 4 years from now? I want to keep going back to the States until I've gone all across at least the East Coast. I've never been to LA. I've never been further afield than never been further east on the map than Egypt. No, Israel. And I've never been further west on the map than Omaha. Furthest north I've ever been is Oslo, and furthest south I've ever been is Tunisia. Sadabari or something like that, I think the city was called. Aha! Who needs your rules of the road? I have nothing but scorn for them. That's why I slowed down even though I didn't have to. Stay in Savannah, drive 30 minutes to Tybee Island. Best vacation ever. Where do you recommend a trip to Ireland? Okay, 1 week, 1 lifetime. Oh. Well then, don't stay in one spot. Ireland is small enough that you can travel, if you know what you're doing, you can travel across Ireland 3 times in 1 day. And that includes going up and south. If you have no problem driving on this side of the road, the entire island is your oyster. But if you're going for 1 week, I would set 2 days off for Dublin. 1 day off for Dublin, as in getting absolutely shit-faced in Dublin, and then 1 day after in Dublin, hanging up, being hungover, looking at all the more, you know, the more artistic stuff, the National Gallery, the Viking tours, things like that. But as for the rest of the tour, the rest of Ireland, Galway, the Blarney Castle, which of course includes the Blarney Stone, which Americans fucking adore for some reason. Go up north and see Belfast. Go up and see all the things you can see in Belfast. That's a day in of itself. Go up north to see the Game of Thrones set, while it's still relevant, while it's still active. Go up and pose on side of Winterfell, you know. Go up to see the Giant's Causeway. If you really want some lovely landscape, and I mean jaw-dropping landscape, the Cliffs of Moher are nice, but just follow the Atlantic Way north or south, and you'll find something that have nothing to do with cliffs, but they're just equally jaw-dropping. That whole, more or less the entire coast of Mayo. And finally, if you want to party with a bunch of people, if you want to get laid, Galway. Especially on the weekend, especially if there's some sort of big music festival or film festival. Book yourself a hotel and go to town. Literally, very quickly you'll see why. Beyond that, Waterford Crystal if you've got the money for it, and you know, there's places. Then there's tons of little tiny castles scattered around the place. There's one up here called Ronan Castle. It's absolutely lovely in the summertime. I wouldn't recommend trying to book a hotel room in it, but if you're trying to spoil your man dad, then that is actually a great one. I'm not in the mood. Just skip it. Dublin, Galway, Viking Tours, Blarney Castle, Belfast, Gold, Geo Thrones, Giant's Causeway, Glenmore. Yep. Yes. Galway. No, there's plenty of places. You see, Ireland is constantly miserable, like in the UK. Except, anyone in the UK will tell you there are perfect places in the time of year to go to in the UK to have a beautiful time. The south of the island, for example, all along the coast from Dover all the way down to my homeland of Cornwall. In the summertime, the late spring, early to mid-summertime is fucking gorgeous. I mean, if you want an idea of, if you don't like the idea of London as like a tourist trap and you don't give a shit about football, yeah, head on down there. Drink, eat, order a shit ton of terrible paintings to be delivered to your home, and smoke a lot, and talk a lot to a bunch of students who can't afford to go overseas, so they go down and do the same. So who knows, you might also get laid as well. But in Ireland, Galway and Westport is the same. But I've been to Westport now, and I can tell you, Westport is the place you don't go as a young person, you go as an adult. Go as an adult in Westport, with a shit ton of money, and you will come back with some of the most, I don't know how to put this. They're nice to look at. They're antiques. Also, you get some really nice fish out there. Plus, you can occasionally book a passage out to really obscure islands. Some of those islands were featured in Star Wars. Oh, yeah, land of the airstrip who plowed through bilboes. Now, my family looked after Dublin Airport in terms of cleaning for years. And that includes me ma, and that includes even me for a little bit. And the answer is yes. You won't find them on the landing strip, but you have a Payne, a Percival, a Campion, or a Lauren to thank for that. At least up until 2005, 2006. Then they outsourced that shit to some third world bullshit, and now there's a bunch of Samoans and Filipinos and Slavs doing the job, and you're just there like, okay, well, I don't think they get the same deals we got. I don't think they're getting paid the same hours we are. But yeah, it used to be like that. Irish hookers, yeah, you can get hooked. Talk a lot, done. Ask, repeat a lot, done. Double Irish done. How to compare to the American stereotype, I believe. Oh, Irish hookers. Irish hookers are the exact same as any other. Which is to say, they'll have sex with you. For money. I mean, hell, most hookers in Ireland aren't Irish. They're going to be Latvian, Lithuanian, Estonian. It's like when I was in New Jersey, there was one New Jersey girl in a strip club. And she was like the wife of the owner. And she occasionally got her tits out. That was it. The rest, Polish, and Bulgarian, and Belisarian, and the Baltic states, and you know. They came over here for modeling jobs. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, I wouldn't know about the prostitute. Well, actually I would, because although I've never partaken, the last time I was in a hotel in Dublin, I heard one in use, and my god, she was quick to pleasing. She was very quick to pleasing. The reason I know she's a prostitute is because I asked downstairs afterwards, and I was like, you know, the couple next to me were like, oh, you mean the one with the whore? That was her response to me. And this is a very, like, well-to-do hotel. And she was, like, the girl behind the receptionist was like, did you have a good night's sleep? And I'm like, yeah, but there was this one problem. And I was like, oh, do tell. And I was like, well, the couple next to me was like, oh, you mean the one with the whore? I was like, okay. It's like, oh, no, she's a prostitute. She works out of here from time to time. I'm like, oh, okay. Still, they were loud. Yeah, well, we try to muffle the walls as best we can, but, you know, there's only so much we can do. At that point, you can't blame them. You know? You can't blame them, and you can't blame the girl who's just working to get ends crack, you know? Or meth. Or heroin. Or maybe she is just trying to make ends meet and she doesn't like how she looks in the mirror. In which case, maybe she look into some of those drugs. Alright, just in time. I do believe you... I promised you that one last time. Okay, there we are. Bloop. Absolutely! Absolutely! Anyone who actively, like, insults somebody who sells their body for sex, man or woman, is not my friend. There's no other way around that. I mean, it's not a job I, like, put on a plinth and say this is a great job, but rather I'm like, yeah, you know what you are, and you don't care, and I have huge respect for that, to the point where, here you go, love, just, here's 20 quid, you don't need to do anything, just, you know, make sure the kid gets it, you know? Good times, bad times. We're all just people trying to fucking live. Sometimes I have this weird sort of Charlton Heston accent that I kind of like. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing with the voice. Yeah. Do what the Dutch do. Legalize it, tax it, regulate it. The same with weed. Once weed is legalized, tax it, regulate it, put that money back into places that people can benefit from it, you know? Including the weed industry itself. Expand the weed industry twice forward, and it will give you twice much back in terms of profit. There's always a market. There's always a market. Maxton and Sutton, more country than Pim. Yeah, I need to actually listen to you there, Cage. I probably have, actually. Were you there when he did his live streams from his hotel room? Like, last year at some point? I think there was like 2 or 3 people on his bed, and he was, or on like some chairs behind him in his hotel room, and he was getting a stream up. Hi, Gage. Energy's on the clock. I fucking love Pimp to death. Man's a legend. But sometimes not even legends are enough to wake me the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah. Well then, as always, I do appreciate you deigning yourself upon me. I do appreciate that shit. Especially because there's so many other things, and probably much better, that you could be watching right now. But do not forget that Energy videos is a constant. Whether I be traveling to the far sides of the world or eating something horrific, you'll probably get to see it. Ah! Fuck you! Fuck you! No! I don't want this, yeah? Oh my god, Arnold Schwarzenegger's getting sentience. He's realized what he did in the 80s. Most of my subplots, they made no sense. Oh, for God's sake, no. Haha! No. V? That didn't help. Okay. Let's reverse all the way out. As in all the way out. Yes. I like the pure white truck angle. I kinda like it. Anyway, let's have a look at the chat. Pimp, if that's what you mean, yeah. I was also there in Nashville, Columbus and shit. Damn, you got around, didn't you? I know, right? That's why I turned damage off. I mean, sometimes I just want to amass wealth. Other times, frankly, I just want it as a medium to talk to somebody. At least on chat. But, real quick, I'm gonna pee. So... Oh my god! I am so sorry about that. Some people would just laugh and just say like, oh well, that's the only problem you've had all night. But no, this is just like the list of things that have gone wrong tonight. And yet, you know what? I have to whack this one up as a win. I've gotten people in the chats, I've gotten a new sub. I mean, to me that is and I've also had genuine fun. I've genuinely enjoyed it. But thank you all the same. I probably would have rambled on for a little bit longer at least. I have to decide when to call it a night though. Maybe the next one. One more undisclosed location. One more undisclosed location. And then I'm going to call it. Because I've got shit to do tomorrow. Which includes, like I said, downloading Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Well, I'd like to think so. I mean, I can imagine I'm wedged between your Facebook and a far more interesting YouTuber on your tabs, but the fact you've stuck around with me long enough means that there must be something vaguely interesting, at the very least. Has this stream made you want to consider buying the DLC for Oregon? It's going for about 16 quid, I think, or maybe less, about 13 quid. So I don't know what that is in dollars. Couldn't tell you. Aww. She preempted your sexual molestation, man. Or perhaps it wasn't molestation at all. In this grim, dark future that we live in, is it possible that two people can just not be offended by the other's touch? That maybe in this intergalactic universe of emotions that all we need is love. All we need is companionship. That moment when you and they become us. And then butt stuff. All the butt stuff. Like stuff that isn't even... There's not even a kink for it yet. But you discover it. And then a few years later, you're bored and you're going through a porn website. And then you're like, oh my god. Hey honey, do you remember when we did that? Yeah, wait, oh my god, there's a name for it. I know, right? I know, right? It's just a great moment. Maybe that's life. Maybe that's life. Nah. Oh, wow. Push bunnies, but... Well, buddy. Maybe she was doing it as a power play to, you know, control her fiancé. I mean, if I arrived there, and let's just say Luna and, oh, what's her name? Gage. Let's just say Gage showed up, alright? the fine ass on Gage. And they started fawning over me. Yeah, I have those bitches. How is Gage these days? Is she good? Is she fine? Trick about running over those tiny little things is that you have to decide whether or not to do or not. Something tells me that if I went out drinking with Pip, I know exactly what would happen. At a certain point, I would dare him to put the Pompecia wig on and start hitting on random people. And I'd put money on the table. Yeah! Oh my god, she's a fucking burn victim! Okay, we don't need to speak of this. I fucked up. You are just you. I'm gonna keep on driving. We're gonna pretend nothing like this ever happened, okay? Whoa, the shit you see out in the desert. I actually didn't, because if you look at it, are they even people? They look more like they look more like Half-Life 1 characters, to be honest with you. Hello, Gordon. Would you like to... are you ready for today's procedure? Ah, these readings are working quite well, or no, don't let it... Oh! I have to play Half-Life 1 to its completion. I got started with Half-Life 1, and I never actually quite finished with it. I think I'm about to run into the soldiers, because the soldiers are a piece of shit and need to die. Which they do, because, you know, Hunt the Freedman happened. Hunt the fucking Freeman. I have to decide at one point what character that soldier is going to be in Hunt the Freedman, because apparently he had like vengeance. Whoa, he had like vengeance out against them. Anyway, here we are, the town of Burns. Population, I don't fucking know. Looks a little bit like a shithole. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It just looks a little bit like a shithole. One thing I don't like about American towns that Americans don't really get. This goes true to any American town I've ever seen anywhere. It's so far apart. For fuck's sake, just, you know, have stuff that's walkable, make pathways. I know you guys love your cars to a creepy degree, but... Blah. Oh, fuck off. Alright. Okie dokie. So, I do believe, as much as I actually don't want to, I have shit to do today. I should say tomorrow. But unfortunately, I am indeed done. So, to Gage, to Barlamo, what was his name? Melo. I subscribe to him anyway, so he knows who he is. To that guy, to the other guy. And of course to Anne, and to anyone else who popped in. I wish to say thank you. Thank you so much. It actually has been kinda cool. In fact, it has been very cool. It has been 17 times so cool. To anyone else who pops in the future, well, I recommend you skip about 20 or so minutes in, but after that, it's an alright night. Now, I will be back later on this evening, actually later on this afternoon, where I will probably be having a pre-gaming stream pint somewhere. I have to find a proper cool name for that. But, anyway, I know I'm still going to prison, Gage, but not for the shit you think. What? You think low energy is my real name? No, in home country, known as the Terra of East. When East comes, there is no West. They all know joy in silence. In the meantime, I am actually gonna like it. So, as always, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, and above all else, subscriptions. But even if you hit that, do not forget to hit that notification bell. I myself am victim to this horrible, horrible sense of lethargy. But speaking of lethargy, I'm gonna crawl into bed, get even more drunk, and watch stupid stuff on my phone. So, you know, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. See ya.